Welcome back to Sun Crypto. In this video, I'm just going to talk about very quick where do I think the price of Bitcoin is heading to. And by the way, if you like the content, please subscribe, hit the like, share, and put a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and if you want me to cover any other coins, right? So I'm gonna make the video very short, right? Let's just get a clean chart, right? But before we get a clean chart, let's take a look at what I mentioned in my last video, right? This bullish bullish pattern right here. This is called falling wedge, right? I mentioned on my last video. Most likely we're gonna, get out of this triangle and then, make a big bull run, right? And this is only the first week, and then we got a retracement right here in ABC correction. But let's just get a clean chart so I can explain what's going on right now. So the number one thing, right, you have to remember, right? We got a 5-wave structure, right? After this descending triangle, right? We got, you can count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I don't want to count this as 5 because if that's the case, then we have further downtrend to go, right? If that's, you have to count that as number 5, because if we count this as number 5, that means this is not an ABC correction. This is a flat correction, right? We got a flat correction, and you can go back, watch my video about Ethereum, right? This is a flat correction. It looks like this. It can be short or long, it doesn't matter. It can be wide like that, right? It doesn't matter how it looks. Sometimes it can look like this. So you gotta be able to recognize flat correction, right? So sometimes the price might be moving sideways, but it's gonna be making some flat correction, and most people are gonna call it like sideways movement. But you have to be careful how you call these corrective waves, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and ABC correction. So, and then what do you expect next? And easy, without even like doing any TAs, you can just, as soon as you recognize your 5 waves, you can just do at least, right? At least under the 1-to-1 extension, right? And our target, my next target for BTC is 44.50, right? 44.17 to 44.50. So, but this 1-to-1 extension is telling us we're going to 47. So as soon as we get to 44.50, we're just gonna have to wait, because most people are gonna FOMO, right? And then they're gonna, get the price to 47, 48. That's all it is. That's how I can interpret it, right? So, but we have to take a look at the bearish scenario, right? Let's say this is a wave number 5, right? It's gonna be a very long wave number 5. So this means like BTC still needs to go down, right? Because you're gonna need that means this is just a fake pump, and then we're gonna have to come back and retest this area of support, so which is right around like 34.50 to 35.50, right? So, and I'm gonna explain to you like what's gonna happen if we retest this area, right? It's gonna be both bearish, right? And at the same time, it's going to be bullish sometime. At some point, it's going to be bullish, right? Even if we retest this area, it's not going to be that bad. The worst case scenario is that we have to stay above this area. If we come back to this 0.618, let's take a look at it. 0.618. That's exactly at 0.618, right? I mean, right there. This 0.618, right? Which is this 2 double taps, right? Most likely we're not going to break it, or it's going to take forever to break it. You can go back and watch my video, right? I said yesterday it's going to take forever for Bitcoin to break 36.50, right? And then we came right around 36.46. Yesterday's close was 36.40. Yesterday's low was 36.46. So you can go back and watch that video. So and the worst case scenario is to come back just like Ethereum, right? To come back test this 618, and then we're gonna get this 1-to-1 extension. Another 1-to-1 extension from this point on is that, which is exactly at almost like what, 36. It's about the same price, right? So as I mentioned, right, it's 48, and then this is 46. So still cover our 45.50, right? So 45.50 target, right? So This is you got A, B, C. If that's the case, right, that means like we're gonna get rejected right here, right? Let's just remove this. That means we don't have a flat correction yet, and then we need a zigzag correction, and a zigzag is 1, 2, 3, right? A 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna get a sell. It's gonna be very volatile. 1, 2, 3, and another 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to the moon after that, most likely, right? This is my own opinion, right? Don't trade based on what I'm doing right now. So this is just to analyze the market and to understand what's going on. Because if you don't understand what's going on, most likely you're gonna sell around this area, this massive down. I mean, I didn't expect the selling pressure to be that aggressive yesterday. I was very surprised, right? But after I took a look at the market, I kind of like, calm down a little bit and, just watch the market, let the market do its work, right? So not to panic. Ethereum is 5% up as I'm talking right now, right? Most likely 135, something like that. It's 132. Let's take a look at Ethereum. I already made a video about Ethereum, right? You see, we start to see some downturn, right? Some U-turn right here. So we start to see a U-turn. So we're definitely going to be, getting some bull momentum, right? But let's just go back to Bitcoin. Sorry for that rambling. So our next target is for 44.50, right? So I want to make the video very quick because the market is very bullish, right? So we already got our U-turn right here. We're just hopping like this 13 EMA, right? The yellow line, gonna be able to make a U-turn like this. Let's say this is yellow, right? Make a U-turn. But in order for this to make a U-turn, we're gonna need like a very aggressive 4 hour. This 4 hour has to close like this. So we don't need like, let's make this green. This 4 hour has to be very aggressive. It has to dominate this one because we don't have anything, right? A 4 hour candle that is more dominate this 4 hour candle right here. So this one has to close at least 75% of this one, right? And then we're gonna retest at some point, retest the 21 EMA because the 21 EMA is gonna be fading away, right? It's gonna be start dropping, right? Yes. And then we're gonna at some point, right? This is blue, right? And then we're gonna retest it right here. So we're gonna have to retest it at some point. I don't know how quick we're gonna retest it, but we're gonna retest it, and then this is gonna be a wave 1. So the market is turning bullish, right? I'm getting a signal. It's gonna be a wave 1, right? At 382, right? Exactly at 382. You don't even have to draw. You can just anticipate it, and after that, you get your 1-to-1 1.618 extension because this is gonna be wave 1 of 5-way structure, right? Then you get your 1-to-1, that's 41.50. So our next target, right, by tomorrow, if this is wave number 5, right, our next target is 41.50 by tomorrow, right? Because you're gonna make 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna come back down from here to that. The price is gonna drop back down to right there. Let's say 39.85 or 4,000. Let's say 39.85, right? We're gonna break that 382 slightly, and then we're gonna get another 1-to-1 extension. And these extensions are just rough estimate, right? It's just 1-to-1 because like most of the time your wave number 3 is the longest. So, but you take like 1-to-1 extension just to be safe, right? Because it's not going to be proportional, but to trade in proportionality is it's safer. It's less aggressive, right? But it's safer. So you can see this bullish candle. We're getting some momentum. We're getting a U-turn. This is the 4 hour, right? The 4 hour definitely gonna make a vertical move, right? So you can imagine how the 15 minutes looks like, right? So let's just get a 15 minutes chart. I'm getting a Binance up 8%. We're getting some signals everywhere. Look at the 15 minutes is already like almost oversold, right? Overbought, right? So take a look at the 15 minutes, right? The 15 minutes is right around like 67, so we could expect like 75 overbought region for the 15 minutes, right? On the RSI, like 75 to 79. So this is very good, man. This is very good. It's very bullish. We're not gonna break this the first time. We're not gonna break it, definitely. So which is like 39.50, right? We're not gonna break it, right? So we're not gonna break it. I might be wrong, but I don't think we're gonna break it that easy, right? This could even be like your wave number one. That's your new wave number one, right? Right there. And this is gonna be your wave number one of your 5-wave structure. So this is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then that's gonna be your wave number 3, which is, okay, let's change the color, green. We got 1, 2, that's wave number 3 right here, right? Somewhere around there, and then you get your wave number 5. So say this, something like that. But you're gonna get like a 5-wave structure. You're gonna get a 5-wave structure in this type of manner, right? Like that. And this could only be your wave number one also of a 5-wave, right? Let's get another color. So you have to anticipate all these waves in order to know what's going on. Otherwise, as soon as you see the price dropping, this is wave number one only, right? And you get this, you get that. Let's just zoom out. This is a 15 minutes, so it's hard to get like enough room, right? So you got, it's kind of, right? So basically we got our wave number one, and then we make another wave number one of these second waves, right? Wave number 3, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's kind of complicated, but if you get the concept, it's not very complicated. You're just gonna have to go and look at your Elliott waves. So Elliott wave counting, right? So look at it. We actually broke it, right? But we attempting to test this area right now. Most people are gonna FOMO, right? Once they FOMO, the price just gonna jump, like break this area, and then the bear is gonna start taking profit. That's it. That's all it is. Gonna start taking, but you have to anticipate the price gonna drop soon, right? Another 2 to 3% drop before we continue the uptrend, right? So let's take a look at the weekly chart. My number one concern is the weekly chart, right? It doesn't matter how the daily looks like. You just want to stay above certain area on the weekly chart, right? On the weekly chart, we mentioned on my last video, we want to stay above 35, not 35, but 36.50, right there, 36.50. And then yesterday, what happened, right? The price came down to 36.46, right, as low, and then we closed around like, I think, yeah, the lowest we got is 36.46, right? And yesterday, I think it closed like around 37.30, 37.36. So it's pretty good. So we just have to stay above this line. Like I mentioned, like, and the price was around like 4,000 when I said it yesterday, right around like before the daily close. I said, if Bitcoin, not Ethereum, if Bitcoin if Bitcoin wanna keep up the momentum, right? Like if Bitcoin wanna keep up the momentum, we have to close this week above, at least above 36.50. It doesn't matter, right? If we close like 36.40, I mean 36.80, the daily doesn't matter, right? You just want to stay bullish, but at the same time, the long-term perspective for the weekly is to, at least close above this line. Because if you close above this line, it means a lot for the bulls. Because some people, they don't day trade, they look at like the long term, right? So the day trader, if they messed up this trend right here, most likely, we're going to reverse. We're going to come back and retest this whole area, and then it's going to just make the bear market longer and not fun, right? So, but our ultimate target is to close above this line and then challenge this 13 EMA. This 13 EMA is very important, right? It's very important. We have to at least next week test it, right? It's right around like 48. It's at 48. 48.50, right? So we have to test it next week, early next week by Monday, right? So this week our ultimate target is 44 to 45, and then we're gonna be trading around in that area till Monday, hopefully, right? So that's my long-term perspective for BTC. And then we get the RSI looking great. So it's looking great. I mean, even though it's making a U-turn, it's totally normal. At some point, we're going to come back and retest. At some point, we're going to come back and retest it. And then it's going to be a divergence like that, which would confirm, this would confirm like the bull run, right? We're going to come back, retest this area at some point, right? We're definitely not going to go to 20K. So we're going to go like to 10K, maybe come back test, 7 to 6K or like 8K before we go to the moon, right? So, but that's for the long term, right? If you like the content and then you want to keep up with the daily update, hit the like, subscribe. Let me know what you think down below. If you think BTC is gonna go to 20K next year, right? I mean, we got a lot of momentum right now, and this, if we keep up this momentum, we're most likely gonna test those 10K and 11K sometime next year, right? But let me know what you think down below, and then to support the channel, right? Thank you for watching.